Hello, YouTube. Sorry, took a little longer than I thought to get started. I forgot that I had some textures to switch over. I'll switch over to my Blender view in a minute here. I thought I'd just do a quick stream tonight. I don't know if it'll be quick, it might actually be long, we'll see. But I just wanted to do a stream where I touch up my GENO character and I get him rigged and ready to animate, because I wanted to do that, and the stuff I was working on today was pretty deep into like Unreal Engine stuff, and it wasn't really good for streaming because I had to keep looking up things when I got stuck, so that's not always great for streaming. But I figured I'd do this tonight since I wanted to get this done anyway. Let me switch my screen over real quick. Right there. Yeah, there we go. So I'm working on GENO, and I remembered that I had made better textures than this base file that I had for him. So I'm going to transfer those over real quick. If that works, there we go. So all of his textures will be in this selection of his parts from the illustration that I did with him, and his good textures. I'll show you what I mean if I switch over to the rendered view. So they're pretty similar, but if you look closely, the specularity on the eyes is better. Here it's less specular, so you're not getting this weird shininess. The wood actually has some bump to it, so the grain has some dimensionality, whereas this is just totally smooth. I might tone that down a little bit, but I do want some of it. And then of course the cape actually has a fabric texture. So that's just, I'm going to transfer these good materials over to the good model over here. And then I'll get started on some touch-up stuff, because he does need... one thing I forgot to add to him was there's this little clasp in his cloak in the front here that I didn't model. So I'm going to add that real quick. And yeah, after that I think it's just going to be rigging. And what's cool is Auto Rig Pro finally updated their tool set for Blender 4, so I don't have to keep switching back to 3 to do rigging, which is nice. I figured they'd do it pretty soon, but that was pretty fast. They were on top of that, so that's cool that they got that done. Oh, and I might have to do UVs for him too. Yeah, I don't think he has good UVs. So, but that'll be quick. His shapes are super simple. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, so just hang out. Gonna work on this, gonna stream, listen to music. You can ask questions, call me names, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Just enjoy yourselves. And gonna do some modeling. Or not modeling. What is it, modeling? It's gonna be rigging and texturing, basically. UVing more than texturing. But I am gonna adjust the textures a little bit too. So, getting started. I also separated his jaw piece so that when I rig him, he'll actually be able to talk, which I hadn't done yet in this one. So yeah, let me transfer the rest of these textures over. So this is material 08. Oh, was that the wrong one? Is there two dark materials? No, that's the one. It's still shiny though. Why is it not shiny? Oh, it is shiny on that one too. Okay, so I might have to fix that one still. Or it might be okay, we'll see. But I think I did wind up making a separate texture for that in one of the files. I guess it just wasn't that one in particular. And if I look at my reference here, he does have super white eyes. They're not really cream colored or anything, they're just straight up white. They're really stark looking. So I'm going to keep those how they are. Maybe add a little bit of wood texture or something. Could probably use a little something. But yeah, let me transfer this dude's wood textures over. Material 07. There we go. And do the same thing for all the other pieces that have that material. And then these also have material 08 for the dark wood. Yeah, see, that might be a little bit much on the bump. It's a little bit harsh in some places, but not so much in others. Maybe that'll get evened out a little bit after I do the UVs, hopefully. Okay, and it's got material 08. We do these ones. Oops, wrong one. Move that down. There we go. I think this is actually before I changed material 8 because it looks the same. So I think on this one I'm going to duplicate a copy just for those in-between parts so they don't get all that crazy shine. So now I think that's everything. So I think I can get rid of this extra dude. Did these all get carried over? No. I almost forgot those. I don't need the other guy anymore though. They're all in here now. Okay. Oh, I didn't even do the cape yet. Or I did. It's just not UV'd, right? Okay. Yeah, so I think I can get rid of this guy now. Okie dokie. Save that. Also, I might adjust his nose because I think I did it slightly off. I think it sticks out a little bit more actually. Looking at the reference now, and after having played the game, I think I noticed it too. Played the remake for a little bit, and yeah, I think it sticks up a teeny bit more, but just a tad. It's probably not even that noticeable. Like up and out a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, just a bit. So I'll adjust that real quick right now. Before I forget, just drag this edge, that should do the trick. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little bit more accurate to GENO. And then let me do this too while I'm here. So I think this is up a little higher too. Oh, do I have bad geometry here? Why is that? That's not good. I mean, it's not like horrible. It's not great either. Oops. What's wrong with that? I gotta grab these two. Something like that. Yeah, because I think it goes right up under that curl. That makes more sense. So it's a bit longer, is that correct? Not sure. It doesn't look that long there, but I don't have a lot of views from him from like underneath. Oh, actually I see where it is now. Yeah, it's not quite that crazy. Maybe like right there. If that. It's actually fairly correct. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate and if you look at the texture for his eyes, it actually doesn't really have any bump. They're very smooth. So I'm going to create a separate texture for those as well. Oh, those are weird geometry. Interesting. I forgot how I did that. So I'm going to take this material 11 now that I've duplicated, the same material, and I'm going to get rid of a lot of that reflection to make it a lot more rough, because it probably wouldn't be all that bright there. Yeah, that looks a lot more like what I'm looking for. And for this one, did it assign to the eyes too? I didn't want it to. I don't think so. I think I just lost the angle that I was looking at. Let's see. Oh no, I just swapped it out. Wait, so... okay. That's okay. So I'm going to copy that material, add a new material, and just paste it. And then I'm going to select those eyes and not that. Select the eyes and assign it. There we go. So now this is another copy. And I'm just going to bring the roughness back down because we want the specular. But I'm also going to crush that normal so it's much smoother. In fact, we might have no normal at all. Or no bump, rather. Yeah, I think no bump actually makes sense. If you look at the reference. But the only thing is they're a bit rounder. So they actually do come up a bit. So I'm trying to think what's the best way to do that. Because this eyeball has such weird, or not the eyeball, but the, you know, iris has such weird geometry. I could extrude them all back since they're kind of sitting off anyway, and then just try to bevel it, but I don't think that's going to work because the edges are so weird. I could also inset, maybe. Let's try that. Oh, but it does that. Okay, so I would have to invert it. And then just push it back into place. Oh, for a second there I thought I didn't turn my mic on. Jeez. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, so it can meet it right about there. And then oh, but I forgot. The whole point of that was to grab that front part. Yeah, okay. And then, so I'm going to shrink that down to create some roundness manually. And then I'm going to inset again, but pull it out this time and shrink it again. See, it's comes out a little too far though. So let me try again and be a little more subtle. Something like that will probably be good. Okay, that looks decent. And then I can select all these. Wow, that geometry is so much better than. I wonder if I can. This might be kind of risky. But I think it should work if I delete this and then maybe I can grid fill it. just try that and see what happens. Let's delete those faces, and then can I easily select the outside here? Yeah, I can actually. And then, so I could fill it like that. I don't want to do that. I always forget. There's a grid fill, but I forget how to use it. Shoot, I don't remember. I may have to look that up real quick. Synthwave Lover says, GENO. Yes sir, working on GENO. Actually, he's already basically done. I'm just getting him rigged up so that he can be animated and all that good stuff. Because when I made him before, it was just for a quick illustration. But now he'll be game ready. And I may release him to people when I start my Patreon. If they subscribe, you could I'll probably just hand them out with a bunch of my other characters, and you can use them for animations and games and stuff, whatever you want. Now back to trying to find this grid fill. Oh, it's right here. It's under faces, grid fill. So what kind of grid do we have here? Because that looks super weird. Yeah, what's going on there? Okay, so it did do it. I think it's just because the UVs are so strange. Or not even properly set up just yet. So that'll probably get fixed after I make the UVs. So it's under face and then grid fill. That should work. Maybe it's the wrong material even, because that looks really bright. Is that the right material? Oh, it wasn't for some reason. That's weird. I don't know why it won't select the eye. There we go. There we go. Cool, now it's all the same material. It's looking pretty good. The geometry is much better than it was, although it's kind of weird, especially down here. But they're quads, so I can't complain too much. That worked pretty well. I should maybe check on the normals though. That might have gotten messed up a little bit. No, looks good. Except there, those are not good. Wow, those are all completely flipped, huh? Why is that so hard to tell in Blender sometimes? Let's deal with that while we're at it. Let's grab all these. Grab that, and grab that. And let's just flip those normals. Much better. Oh, still a couple more. Oh, that's just part of that. Okay, I see. So grab that one. Okay, looks pretty good. I think that's all the normals. The right orientation. That's good. Okay, now I'm gonna probably do some quick UVs. It shouldn't take too long. Let me make sure. What else did I need to do? Oh yeah, I was gonna assign that cheek texture. I should differentiate these. Let me call this one eyes, and this one is crease. And this one is shoes. Okay, so let me make this one crease and this one crease, and I think that's it. And yeah, looking at these normals, at this bump rather, I think I am going to tone that down a little. It's just a little bit more than I want. Oh, but the UVs might make a difference, so let me do that first actually, yeah. Oops, what happened here? I've used the wrong thing. This should be 7, and this should be crease. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna go piece by piece and do some UVs. Yeah, the head's an interesting one. I'm actually not sure how to go about doing that. Because I'm trying to think where I could put the... Oh, I know where I can put the cuts actually. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me get set up for UVs real quick. Vertical. Let's go to UV editor. Yeah, that's all over the place. So let me... Should I make him all one piece? Because I want... Yeah, it would be good if I could make all the UVs in one place. So let me get him in his, what will be his neutral pose. My only issue is what to do with the cape, because I want it to be kind of here for his neutral pose, but his arms have to come up a little bit more, I think. Let me see. Definitely not that. And then yeah, I don't want it to clip through the cape though, so I might have to do something about that. Or just not. Yeah, I feel like it needs to come up a little bit. That seems okay. Might be a little bit clipped there. I could adjust that slightly. Yeah, how am I going to mirror that though? That's the problem, because it was already mirrored. So actually... Here, let me just start naming. get some nice clean vertex groups for all the pieces. Even if they don't match our rig, that's okay. Because I think right now these are mirrored, aren't they, in the pose, or are they not? If they're not, it doesn't really matter. Each one is, okay. What if I just Alt-R, Alt-R, Alt-R? Why is that I didn't set up the orientations properly, okay. For any of them? Oh, this one has proper orientation. Maybe I should cut my losses and just mirror it. No, that seems iffy. Because then I need to place it perfectly on... Oh no, I know how to do that. Okay, yeah. So I am going to mirror it. I'm going to get rid of these real quick. And then all I have to do is... Oops. Why doesn't that work? Hang on. It's because the cursor is wonky. Let me try. What? No, it's still janky. I don't know why. Can I mirror by something else? Let's see. Try and it didn't duplicate it. Is that properly mirrored at least? Doesn't look like it. Let's just mirror by global. Because that'll at least get it a perfect mirror. And then we'll just have to move it into place, I guess. Or no, because I know what I can do. There we go. And then there we go. That should be mirrored, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, now I'm gonna rename these R instead of L. Okay, now I know they're in the right place and they're mirrored. I think these ones are good. These are mirrored and they seem to be pretty neutral. So I don't need to worry about those ones. It was just the arms that were not neutral. Now they're nice and neutral. The only thing is I can see I'm getting some weird geometry here, so I need to fix that. Whatever that is. I probably should have done that before I flipped it, but it's okay. I'll figure that out. And then the cape definitely needs to... Let's make sure we're mirrored when we adjust it, but it does need to be adjusted just a bit so there's no clipping in the neutral. Mirror X, okay. Yeah, looks good. So I just want to pull it out with a nice big brush like this, so that it stays kind of how it is, but it just pulls out more. Doesn't deform it too much or anything. Okay, and then the way his clasp works, if I pull up my reference here, which I still need to add, is that he actually has the cape come in a little bit here, and then it goes back. So it's not perfectly straight like this. So I'm gonna see if I can adjust for that. I guess the proper way to do that would be to change the geometry a little bit. So just right under his chin here, these parts. So if I just grab that, and if I just grab that, and then if I put the cursor in the middle and use that as the pivot, and then just pull those in with proportional editing, should be able to get something kind of close to that. It's pulling too much though, because I guess it's the whole edge that needs to come forward more, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, it actually covers more of his chest if you look at it. So that makes sense. So it would be like from here up to that point. And vice versa. Down to there. For a second so I can see what I'm doing. And then SX, let's see. Yeah, see, we're getting some weird stuff going on now. I don't like that. Let's try sphere. See if that's a little more even. Not really. It's actually worse. Let's try root. That might work. I think I'm pulling it in a bit much too. It should only be like to here. Something like that. Maybe a little more. In fact, wait, let me do that again. I could do like there and then separate one. Maybe. And then let me go back to sculpt. And let me fix these because these are not right anymore. That's mirrored, correct? Yeah. There's some weird hooking going on there. That's strange. I think that must have been there before. Okay. And you know what? I think those are in the right place, but this still needs to come more over. Strangely, if I'm looking at this, it's kind of obnoxious. These edges are gonna get thrashed. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Just need to pull this up a little, I think. Might need to subdivide it even. It might be a little low poly actually at this point for what it is. It looks like it's generally in the right place though, but now it's actually a little bit too close together. I should pull these back a bit. Not there. I want to grab, why can't I grab the tip? There we go. Okay. Okay, pretty good. Cool. Let's check on the geometry. Oh, that got messed up. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna try to even that out as best as I can. And yeah, I think I should subdivide it. Just looking at it, probably needs that. thing is, it's going to do weird stuff with these edges. It's going to double over all the edges if I do that. So let me think about that. It's probably still a good idea. Oh, Borger says, "Hi Dan, it's your old pal Borger." Hey Borger, how's it going? Long time no see. Just rigging GENO here, so he'll be ready for animating and game ready and all that good stuff. Not for the MMXFPS Project, of course, but just for other stuff. Fun stuff. Since I have them basically fully built out and everything, I figured I'd just get them rigged, ready to go. So let me see what's gonna happen if I subdivide here. Borger says, been pretty busy with academics and such. Yeah, I understand. I had very little free time when I was in college. So I know how that is. Gotta do what you gotta do. Streams are all recorded anyway. You can always go watch them if you feel like it. Glad you're here though. Good to see you. Oh yeah, this is search now. I kind of don't like that still. I don't know why they changed that. It was so much better to just have all the modifiers kind of laid out, I thought. Oh, not solidify. What am I doing? Subdivide. Okay, so right away I see some problems. So for example, this has got to be a nice sharp crease. What are you doing? Why won't it grab that part? There we go. Do the same thing here. Edge crease, there we go, much better. And is everything else looking okay? Some of these might be a little, ooh. Yeah, definitely don't want that. They're already creased though, so I don't know what to do about that exactly. Can I crease it again? Oh, I can, I think. Here, let me see. Did that fix it? Yeah, it did. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so I guess I just have to select all the creases. Here. What? Why does it select everything when I choose to select by creases? Okay, that's weird. I'll just have to select it manually, I guess. It's always a pain. Super annoying. How come this one stays pretty sharp? That's interesting. Okay, well. Just gotta do it. Hang on, this needs to be fixed for sure. There we go, that was way out of whack. Alright, I'm just gonna have to select all these by hand. Make sure I got all of them. Okay. This one might be okay. This one's definitely not okay. Oh, Borger says, but I've been following along with your stream recordings and love the progress so far. Thanks. And what are we working on today? Just rigging up GENO, this character model that I did. He's from Super Mario RPG. I don't know if you've played it, but I just wanted to touch a couple things up and add a little detail thing that I didn't add, which is the clasp on his coat or cape. And then get him rigged so that I can use him to animate, or animate him to use him in things if I want to. Because I did this model for to create a base for when I did the Super Mario RPG illustration on a couple streams back, several streams back maybe. And so now I figured I'll just grab him and get him ready to go. So I'll have another model ready for stuff. I'm also thinking about releasing all of my rigged characters that I've made on Patreon if I start a Patreon. And so basically how that would work is people, you know, donate $5 a month or whatever the Patreon thing will be. Probably something like that, 5 or 10 bucks. I wouldn't go higher than that, I don't think. And then you can just have access to all my characters. So you can just use them for games or animations, whatever you want to do. Any of the characters that I've rigged. Just access to my library and any ones that I rig in the future. I can upload all the Mega Man ones too, so people can use those. The enemies and X. When I finish Zero, he'll be in there. Different stuff like that. It's also good practice because I've been doing a lot of rigging lately. I'm getting more used to it, and Auto Rig Pro makes it way easier than it used to be for sure. So I'm getting more used to that tool set the more I do rigging. Okay, I think that's everything, so let me crease these now. Cool. Should have fixed everything nicely. Looks good. Okay, so let me go ahead and apply this and see what it did to my geometry. Oh, that looks okay. It didn't screw up the edges too bad or anything. Yeah, that's probably fine. It's probably better like that. Yeah, I don't know. I got these hooks in here somehow, and I don't know what that is. That's super annoying. I gotta fix that. Here, let me do that before I apply the geometry. It'll be easier. Should I move this down or this up? Maybe both. Yeah, this definitely needs to be. Get rid of that. This definitely needs to be moved up. And maybe this could be moved down as well. Just to kind of even that out a bit. I think it was more down than up, actually. I don't think I have too much more of that. It was just a couple of those corners got like that. Is this one still kind of messed up? It looks weird. What's going on there? Is that folding over, I think? Looks like it. This probably just needs to be moved up. Or down. Oh, that's real weird. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Let's see if I just stretch that down first. Yeah, that seems okay. Okay. That adjust on this side too. No, probably because of the. Okay, well, let me do this. I still see artifacts in there. And in there, so is it the other way? No, what the fuck? They're still there on this side too? Oh, so it did mirror it, it's just the angle? Okay. I don't know what the... why is it doing that? Does it? Let me just see. If when I apply this, does it still have that problem? Oh, I see. That's interesting. Well, at least I can fix it now. There's always something weird going on if you look close enough. Okay, is that even now? Looks like it. Alrighty. It's fine. Okay. So now I can add these stupid things. Oh, Borger says, I've been wondering, how long have you been working with 3D? Is it hard to get the hang of? I think that the first couple months of practicing, if you're doing it like full time and really trying to get it, the first couple months are really frustrating. You run into a lot of brick walls and you're constantly just looking up, you know, how to fix things that you get out of whack, or you know, how to do something you don't know how to do. After those first couple months, it becomes, I think, significantly easier, and then you kind of can not coast, but you can kind of sort of, like, you know enough of the program, at least with Blender in my experience, you understand enough of it by that point that you can figure out your own mistakes without having to constantly look up tutorials and things. So I think it's just the first couple months that are really kind of brutal. Maybe the first, like, what would that be? Like, maybe the first 120 hours of working in Blender are kind of frustrating. And then after that, you get used to it. And you kind of have a decent understanding of how to navigate and stuff. And solve your problems without constantly running to tutorials. But yeah, that beginning is quite there's some hair pull out moments for sure. I got super frustrated, especially with the timeline. I don't know what it was about the Blender timeline, but for me, like, it was like the least intuitive thing I'd ever experienced. I was constantly frustrated by it. I couldn't figure out how to place a keyframe. I couldn't figure out how to change a keyframe. I couldn't figure out how to like do just basic things. And then all of a sudden it started clicking and I just got it. And now I don't even remember why it was difficult. But yeah, it depends what you want to do with it too. If you're just modeling and that's your only focus, you'll probably pick it up a little faster. But if you're trying to like really get a sense for a little bit of everything that Blender can do, it's definitely gonna take more time. But I was also working in like Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint and drawing and painting and stuff and photo bashing for like, I don't know, like 8 years before I got into Blender. So I had like some experience just learning computer programs in general, which might have helped. And also knowing how to draw and paint before you learn 3D helps your sensibilities a lot. And you just have a better sense for like proportion and like how to make things look correct than you would for like people who just jump into 3D and don't know how to draw or paint or anything. They still get that eventually if they keep practicing, but I just noticed that people who just start in 3D, they tend to have problems with that kind of stuff. Like making their textures look good if they've never painted before, making their proportions correct if they haven't done a lot of drawing can be tricky if you're just starting in a 3D program. Oh, jeez. Why is it doing that? There we go. Why is it like snapping? It's really annoying. What the I don't have snapping on, do I? Oh, I have auto mirrors, that's why. I don't want that. Didn't even do what it was supposed to do here. That's good. I'll have to do each one manually. Come on, go where I want you to go. Why won't it go up? Okay, then this one, and then this one. Better. Let's go over to this one. Borger says, sounds about right, thanks. I've been learning the basics of art and your advice has been very helpful. Oh, cool. I'm glad it's helpful. Yeah, if you ever have questions, feel free to ask any other things. Yeah, there's definitely, especially in the beginning, there's a lot of steep learning curves, but I think anyone who sticks with it will be rewarded, you know, as long as you put effort in, a reasonable amount of effort into things. you definitely get out of it what you put into it, that's for sure. Or I should, well, I should say, you definitely don't get more out of it than what you put into it. Sometimes you can put a whole lot into the wrong places and not get much out of it too. So you gotta be careful. That's why it's good to have some sort of a teacher or a guide, even if it's just like online videos or whatever. Definitely helps keep you from making, you know, the mistakes that everybody kind of makes if they don't have help. Okay, so I fixed that geometry. Borger says, just like you're doing. Just like... What do you mean? I'm not sure. Putting your best effort. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there were times when I was not putting as much effort in, and you definitely, you know, you don't grow as much. So I know that for sure. I've definitely experienced that. But yeah, there's so much useful, I should stop messing with this because it's not going to mirror it on the other side. I should just leave it alone. There's so much online material now for like learning this stuff. You know, it's like the best time in the history of the earth to want to learn how to like draw and paint, or even to do 3D stuff, because there's just like an endless flow of resources and tutorials, and you know, a lot of it is free. I mean, you could probably find everything you need pretty much for free on the internet nowadays, so as long as you're diligent. Some people do need more of a structure, like a class structure or something, or they just can't like they can't work for themselves, so that's fine too if that's what you need. That there's lots of that as well, but if you're the kind of person who can kind of self-motivate, you can do it all for free pretty much. Oh yeah, and this is weird too. Did I not clean this up? Looks like. Could use a little cleaning, yeah. So I might have to mirror that. Can I mirror this cleanly? It looks like it. Okay, let me do that then real quick. Glad I spotted that. Let's join those. Let's merge this. Oh, that's weird. Should probably create a loop inside too, but you're probably never going to see that spot, so maybe it's not necessary. Let's just start connecting these where they need to be connected. That'll clean up most of it. Looks like we might have some doubled over geometry. That's always fun. Let's see if that was an illusion. Oh, it seems okay there. It's not doubled over or anything. Here, let me just isolate that real quick so I can see what I'm doing. That's probably fine. Just keep it as a quad. Then this. Let's get that. Okay, that's a quad. Oh, that's a weird one. That is a quad now, though. Oh, that's not a quad, though. Yeah, it's okay. And then... Hey Borger, if you're still here, did you ever join the Discord? I was trying to remember who suggested that I start a Discord. I thought it was you, but maybe it was someone else. I know it was an early stream a while back, but I couldn't remember who suggested it. Okay, so a couple problems on the inside, not too worried about that. This is still really weird. For like no reason. Can we just dissolve that vertex? Yeah, and then dissolve this. And then let's just... I think if I connect this, we'll get quads. That's a quad, that's a quad. No, that's not a quad. Yeah, it's probably fine though. If I connect this, it'll be a quad, but then that'll be a triangle. And that's a triangle. You're gonna have some triangles on this one. I'm not too worried about it, honestly. Because none of this is deforming anyway. This is kind of rough though. Like, it's maybe not enough polygons. I might have to subdivide this. very low poly actually. Let's symmetrize. There we go. It's better. Still some weird spots. Maybe we just create another cut and let this be a triangle. Will that make that stop being weird? Yeah, it looks... Did it? Yeah, it looks better, yeah. And then you could even combine this up here, that'd probably work even better. Yeah. It's a lot better. Okay. Still a little weird here. But again, it's kind of on the bottom. Probably not going to notice. It's not too bad. If I could do anything to just quickly make it better, I will. Let me see what happens when I subdivide this anyway. I've got a lot of reinforced edges already. I might actually want to get rid of some of that, like, because it's just going to double all of it again. Maybe if I put one in the middle, then I can get rid of both of these. And then I'll subdivide. That looks much better. Yeah, let's check the geometry. It's reasonable. Definitely don't need all this though. So let's get rid of which one's really creating the silhouette there? Maybe this one, so get rid of maybe this one and this one. And maybe even that one. Yeah. Okay. It's still probably more than I need. I could probably get rid of that one. In fact, I could probably get rid of this one and this one. And this one and this one. Looks okay. That's super janky. What do you do? Do you do this? Not really. It's actually overlapping. That's weird. Can we smooth that away? Is this mirrored? Nope. Yeah, it is. I don't think this is gonna... Oh, maybe it will work. It's gonna have some sort of an unintended result though. Smoothing in sculpt mode is like wishing on a monkey's paw. It gives you like half what you want, but then a totally unintended consequence. Actually, not too bad. Maybe it just needs a little more smoothing here. That's maybe the first time that's ever actually worked. It's probably just because the geometry is so weird anyway. Around this spot. Maybe smooth this one a little bit too. Okay, not too bad. Whoa, we definitely don't need all that. Look at all that unused, like, that's a nightmare. I don't even know where to begin though. Like, jeez. Every other loop I could probably get rid of as a start. I wouldn't get rid of that one though, so maybe start on this one and then get that one and that one. Oops, every other one though. So not that one, that one. And then that one, and that one, that one. Oh, and then they get cut off, that's the problem. And then this one goes down here. All kinds of problems. This is why you don't settle for bad geometry. It just makes everything harder. Do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing. Well, I don't want that to get deleted anyway, so get rid of that. And then let's get that one. Okay. Let's see, now I gotta get rid of these two. I don't want to delete those. That looks about right. And I think I can still get rid of more of these. You can probably get rid of that one. Maybe not that one. It's a little close to the edge. But like this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And yeah, that one's pretty tempting, but I'm gonna say no to that one. This one though, because it's just kind of redundant. And maybe even this one. Yeah. Get rid of, oh. It's an interesting loop. It goes all over the world. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's much lighter for sure. You could probably get rid of this one too. Oh, and all these cross ones. Don't need those either. Didn't even notice that. Now I gotta do this again. Yeah, this is taking way longer than I thought it would. But it'll be worth it when I have a nice, fully rigged GENO ready to go. And I'm sure if I do the Patreon thing, people will appreciate it. I definitely want to give them value for if they're actually willing to support me in that way. Okay, that's better. That, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of, not that. that, and that, and that. Okay, looks good. There we go, much better. Probably even another round. Probably even don't need all these. And I think it's okay on those ones to get rid of those. So it looks a bit, oh, it doesn't even look that bad. It's just a little bit sharp, but it's really fine. Okay, so let's symmetrize that now that we're not wasting all that geometry for nothing. There we go, much better. I bet that lightened it up like 1,000 or more polygons. Borger says looks good on my end. Thanks, Borger. Okay, I think that's good for the torso cleanup. And I don't think that I really need to clean anything else, unless, wait, does the torso, no, I didn't even put shoulder holes in the torso, so that's fine, because you don't see it under the cape. Yeah, I think it's looking good then. I think that's all the cleanup. This is a separate piece. Oh, one thing, did I close this part though? The inside of the mouth? Yeah, I closed it, okay. Good, good, good. And I adjusted the hair so it's not clipping the eyeball anymore. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna make some UVs. And then I can rig it. And we'll be good to go. So, how am I gonna split this stupid head? I have this easy groove here that I can use to do a cut. I know that. So that'll help make things easier, and then I can cut around the eye. And you know what, it might be should I separate this into different pieces to do that? Might be a good idea. Because otherwise I'm gonna have trouble actually pulling it around. I could delete the inside. That would actually make it easier anyway, and you're not going to see it under the hat. But I think in order to do that, I'll still have to, yeah, let's just separate this by loose parts for a minute. And first thing I want to do is this piece. Okay, so wherever the hat goes under, I can probably just pick the next edge up like here, and then just delete everything above that, because you're not going to see it under the hat. And I'll just preserve the parts that go around the eye and all that. That makes sense. I have a feeling that's not actually selecting everything. I might have to go and then Make sure it's selected, all that. Yeah, a lot of that didn't get selected. Get all those edges. Not those ones. Just delete those faces. Okay. That looks fine. Can't see anything. Okay. That's good. So then I go in there and I will start creating some cuts here. Let me grab, what is that thing? It's right there, live unwrap. And then let me grab that. And that should be doing what I think it's doing. We'll find out right now. Oh. Don't need all of that to be cut. Grab that one. Probably. Oops. That. Wait, how far up does the cape go there? Yeah, that's very much under the cape. Okay. Okay, so let's do, we'll just bring it down a little more just to be safe. Bring that across. And that's on the inside. So then we'll do that here. I don't know if it'll even need that extra cut, but I guess it's okay. It's one way to do it. So now it's getting cut all the way to there. Oh, but wait, no, wait. I want those pieces to line up though, these pieces. So that's actually not a good place for the cut, is it? Oh shoot. Let me look at the reference. Does it line up for him on those? Oh, not really, because they're vertical. The wood, no, it doesn't. Okay, so that's fine. I can cut it there. And then from there I can cut around here. Same on this side. How far did it go to that one? Okay. And so now I have a cut going all the way there, and that's unwrapping, and then that can unwrap that way. And let's go ahead and, for good measure, we can, yeah, what's the best way to do the ear? Probably well, it definitely needs a cut to free it up from the surface, so it'll need cuts all the way down to here. And then it'll probably also need from like here to here? Nope. Nope. Yeah, let's do like to there. And then same kind of thing here. That looks pretty good. Are those ears looking good? Here, let's, where's my stretch thing? There we go. Okay, we got some stretching here. I think that's inside the mouth though, so I don't care about that. On the nose. Yeah, probably would be good to cut that a little. Maybe right here. And maybe more like right here, because that's where that crease really is. And then this, which side would you want? I guess this one, and then this one, this one. Wait. That doesn't make sense. No, you don't want to cut across, you just want to cut here. And then maybe... That's probably good. Nope, that didn't do anything. Okay. What am I trying to do here? So this is furling out. Those could furl out. Oh, okay, so actually it'd probably be best to just do this. Right? It's not really fixing the stretching yet, though maybe it does need this one too. Yeah, because now it's unfolding. But where? Because is that, yeah, that's all compressed now, so you don't want that. So do I need to just make this a separate piece, basically? Yeah, that might be for the best. Okay. And then select similar seams and then select mirror so I can get that other ear. Yeah, those ears are going to be work still. They're not quite. They might need to be separate pieces too, basically. which is fine. Some of that geometry's messed up too, but it's pretty minor. There we go. Now we have a reasonably non-stretched ear. Could maybe use a little bit more cut. Oh yeah, there, okay. So like from there to there to there. Excuse me. Seam. That's better. How come it's not cutting the bottom? What is this? That has a cut. Why is it not cutting? Did it not meet? Oh, it didn't meet. I see. There we go. Okay, so select all those seams. Select mirror again. Just select it on the other side, and then now we have 2 ears. Okay, cool. Cut out. Very nice. Okay, so that should be good for that. So now if we look at this, we should have pretty good looking textures there, if all went well. Almost. Gotta rotate them. So, let's do that real quick. Material 7. I don't have a mapping node here? What? I thought I did. That explains a lot. Nope. There we go. And even that's a little off, like, well, it's just kind of diagonal here, but it doesn't look bad. It should be more vertical though. So, can I get that by doing this? Then the front's not vertical. That's interesting. Okay, so let me go back to 90. Can I adjust it on the Y? That kind of helps. But still, it's not going nice and vertical the way I want it to. That's interesting. Maybe it would be better to put a cut right here, and then both sides would probably be, it would probably be easier to get them to be vertical. What are my other alternatives? Are there any? I don't know if I'll be able to get this to go vertical and that to go vertical without making a cut. Yeah, I'll probably just have to make a cut. So that looks pretty good for the front. Okay, so let me create a cut down here then. Let me just cut from here down to here, all the way across, hopefully. There we go. Behind the ear. Let me mark seam. Oh, I would have to continue that all the way up, huh? Yep. Oops. Still done show ended. How long have I been streaming? Not 2 hours? Well, I might have to break this up into multiple streams. I've been going for a while. I'm at least gonna finish this part. I always underestimate how long these UVs will take and stuff like that. I didn't even start on the coat thing that I was gonna do. Adding the little ring stuff. All of that, and then let me see. So I have this selected. Okay, and this is a separate piece. Why is this a separate piece? What's the separate piece? Is that the mouth? What's going on here? Do I have another cut that I don't need? Oh yeah, I do. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, before I do that, let me get rid of this extra cut that I don't need now. It goes all the way to there. Clear seam. There we go. Now it's all one piece. Much better. It's a big piece though. And then let me select all of that. And can I see the problem? I can't rotate that without grabbing this. Really? How would you normally do that then? I would have to create a second instance of the texture, I guess, and just manipulate it. Okay, I'll do that then. Let's copy that, create a new one, paste that, then assign it to here, and then we'll just rotate that one separately. There we go. And then for that front facing one, let's see if we can get it to be more vertical, because it's only vertical kind of at the front part. Yeah, see, it's changing a lot across the different spots. It's almost like I might just need to make them all separate pieces if I really want to make them all vertical. This one can wrap a little bit though. It doesn't need to be perfectly vertical because it's not really, it's round. So I mean it can go like that. That's not vertical though. See, that is, but it's sort of warping more than I'd like, but I think that's just the placement. Like I could find a different spot that might look better. In theory. Looks kind of alright, and then this one I could just do oh, that's interesting. It's like completely different just by the Y value. If I could get rid of that big kind of knot structure, that'd kind of be good. I don't like that. It's like too much attention there. But that's not, that's all stretched now. That's better. Yep, that's good. Okay. So that looks reasonably good. It's definitely better than it was. And now let's do this piece. I could probably just cube project this one. Then again, maybe not. Okay, let me do this really quick. Let me just those, and I can probably just do like that, and then just these corners, and it'll unfold pretty nicely, I think. Nope, I missed something. What did I miss? Does that not actually connect? Is that why? Because this is all screwed up. Looks like that might be what's going on. Here, let's just see if we can figure out what's actually going on here. There we go. Much better. Now why aren't these connecting? Because this should. This is the edge there. Oh, a little tiny piece. Much better. And that should do. What? What happened? That's weird. That's beyond weird. What the fuck? The other arm is gone. I must have deleted something without realizing it. I'll have to, here real quick, let me select all my seams. And just create a vertex group for those. Okay, and then let me, oh no, that won't work because the vertex group will be gone. Shoot, I'm gonna have to redo all that. Oh, I don't know what happened. Oh, it's right there. Huh. Well, at least I don't have to redo my seams. I wonder what happened. Well, it's fixed now. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then let's get these ones real quick. This will be, is this 2 pieces? It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is, okay. So does that inner piece have its own wall? It does. That's not ideal. Probably want to... I'm not gonna worry about it. It's still pretty low poly. Let's just work on the seams. Okay, so if this is the front, then we're gonna want our seams probably back here. Try to do this as simply as possible. Is there any of these that goes all the way around? I think it is this one, but it's just not fully connected. Yeah, good. Okay, so then we'll get rid of it on this side, just those three, so it'll unfold there, and it's unfolding there and there. Yeah, and let's get it this part where it connects. If we can find it in this mess. Okay, there we go. And then we'll get that on the other side. Okay. So all of that will unfold. Will that be enough? I feel like it might need a little bit right here too. It's pretty good. It's better. I don't think it even needed those other seams. That looks fine. Cool. And then now I gotta do this thing, which is kind of ridiculous. Waste of geometry. Now that I'm looking at it more and more. Here, let's just select this, not that, select this whole thing. And then go in here, and if our loops are good in theory, should be able to deselect a lot of this inner part. It's just so messy. Okay, it's a good start. See, I don't want that though. I don't want to get rid of those loops. That's the problem. And is that going to deselect the ones on top? Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so that might work. That's probably the solution. Oh my gosh. Here, let me just bite the bullet and do this the smart way. There we go. Now it's easy. Okay. Can we get a little bit more of that? We probably don't need all this. Yeah, let's just do that to be safe and then get rid of that. Cool, much better. Okay. So let me, while I'm here, just do this out here. So that's the back, that's the front. We will cut it on the corners. back corners. Does it even need that much though? Probably not. You could probably just have cuts on the side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that looks good. Might get a little... No, it's not even stretching. It's just dense. Okay. Cool. That looks good. So now... looks good. Mostly. That's probably fine. Could be a little... Oh, I see. It's this way. Probably good, and then let's get that component there. Much better, I think. What? Where else stretching come from? Didn't have stretching before. Is that because of manipulating it? Probably, yeah. That's okay. I don't care. Can't see it anyway. Okay. I think that's fine. Alright, well, I've been at it for a while. I'll probably finish this tomorrow. I might not do it on stream. We'll see. I might get back to working on the illustration on stream, but I have a bit more to go for the UVs before I even start the rigging. So that took a lot longer than I thought, but I'm glad I got a good stream out of it. I hope you guys had fun. Thanks to everybody who tuned in, and to anybody who's still here. Always appreciate the support. Always fun to see you guys. And yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, definitely much earlier than today. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks again. Bye bye.